I'm Nicky Allen and welcome to another session with my precious. Yes, this, isn't it amazing? Shout out to Patty Turner. Oh my goodness, seeing Mia in the bowl just made my day. I just can't believe I didn't see it. You are so keen-eyed, you notice all the phenomena, you notice everything that goes on in the bowl. So I've made it a bit higher to see if there's anything else that comes up. That looks like two squinty laughy eyes, doesn't it? I can see that already. So let me know what you see in the comments below and see if the rest of you, a lot of you like corroborated each other in what you were seeing, which was incredible as well. The magic of this bowl, I knew there was something amazing about it. So without further ado, let's get going with channeling the precious. You'll see in my last video the amount of predictions that have come true in the last 2 weeks is phenomenal. So hopefully we'll get some more messages for humanity, some advice, or whatever's going to happen will happen. So let's get going. I'm just going to give it a little dong. 5 to 8 hertz frequency sound fork. I use this a lot on my chakra system, so especially like with grief and things like that, I put it on my heart chakra and just hit it. Or if you want to attune more to your third eye, stem it that way. It's called stemming. Just drop it that way. It's just lovely. And I'm also interested in, I've seen these wind chimes. I'll talk to you more about that when I have a look, because there's a lot of them that are now incorporating sound frequencies. We'll have a little look with that, darling. So let's get going and see. I knew you was going to bring it up. I must be psychic. I knew this was going to come up. This is, I can see the sun, and then I can see a roof, kind of like clouds, stuff in the atmosphere. Now, I do know about this. By the way, it's Sunday the 27th of April 2025, and it's my brother's birthday today, Richard Molly's psychic medium. So I definitely will remember this day. I'm going to do automatic writing as well to confirm. Now, I know about this because someone mentioned it in a comment, that they're talking about experiments to dim the sun to stop global warming. Basically, what's happening there is, as I can see it there, and I know and I feel this is they've been doing experiments for years anyway, and I feel like because of the amount of media, incorporating the chemtrails and all the rest of it, they're kind of having to half admit that they're starting to do experiments with whoever. They've already started doing it, darlings, and it's not, I think someone said that they're going to put sea salt into the clouds to create more rain or something, or to protect us from the sun, like we need it in the UK. It's not going to be salt, but it'll all come out. Let's have a look. What's going to be? So the bottom part of the earth is bright, so I feel like there will be information that comes out that has to expose the fact that they have been mucking around with the weather and already doing these experiments, because I can see like the earth crust, and then I can see it completely different below. So it's like as above, so below. It's so not right. Help. I've just written help out without even knowing it. So this is the planet. Yeah, I just feel like this is another underbelly exposure of trials and experiments with weather. So I think we're going to see a lot more in the news about this. They're half admitting that they're going to do something, but they already have. And I think it's trying to be transparent, but not enough, darling. So we shall see what happens with that. They're already putting chemicals and God knows what into the clouds and the sky. So we'll just have to go from there and see what comes of it. But it will be exposed, because I can see bright above the earth and duller below it. Also, I can see there seems to be, do you know I keep talking about the seismic shifts? They're still continuing. We're still going to see more hurricanes, volcanoes, quakes and that kind of thing, because it's just part of what's happening with the natural transition of the planet at the moment. However, the earth crust, I don't know if there's layers breaking away from the earth crust, but I can see like fragmented layers, right? And where I saw a whole line, it's now broken. So I don't know if that's possible, that the earth crust can break away, or it could be how countries were formed, I don't know, but there just seems to be a change in this. I remember when Juliana said to me back in the days when I was writing Earthwalkers about the fifth continent being shown. So I'm wondering if part of this landscape change will create another country or another landmass. So we'll see on that. We'll see on that. I think we still may get some repeat shudders in Turkey. 6.2, the magnitude of that earthquake that we predicted. I think we might still see some shudders there concerning that. That looks like the brain, human brain. Show me. So there's a mark at the bottom, 3/4 of the way. Is that not the pineal gland? I don't know if there's going to be more information exposed about the pineal gland, or there's another gland that they discover in the brain, which is going to be really important for, I don't know, dementia, Alzheimer's, or there's an implant that can go in to assist something to do with brain recovery, or to do with the synapses, that fire the synapses. But there's some breakthrough to do with brain technology there. It's disappeared now and it's not as bright, so that seems to be right. Where's that? Yeah, it's the same with when I brought up about the pyramids having like antennae and they got underground structures. This would be the same for a lot of obelisks that are around the planet. They will again be noted for what structures they've got underneath them, because I can see an obelisk standing really strong and proud, and then there's matter underneath it, under the earth. So, you know, we're coming into a season of learning so much more about the planet than we ever have before, about Earth and the frequencies that these seismic shifts are bringing in, and the tectonic plate, whatever that means, just popped in there. So there's a lot to be said for that at the moment, and we're gonna be discovering a lot more about the truth of the planet in the next 12 months, without a doubt. And the thing with that is the way that it's shifting at the moment, we are continually going to see like unusual weather patterns, as I've said. What is that? Unusual weather patterns and weather disasters, unfortunately. That is ridiculous. That's a flying dragon again, reminding us, especially if you haven't seen these videos before, that the dragon energy is in transmuting our energy, helping us to get to the 5D stage and improving our consciousness. This dragon is, I wish I could take a photo of it. It's literally, its head, there's spikes, and then the wings are full open. Even the legs, I can see the legs. Oh my goodness, that is ridiculous. So it's a reminder for those who have missed it to get into that dragon phase. I'm a bit concerned because this looks like help me. What is this about? Is this a message from the planet? Can I send it up, please, and you come back with that for me, please? And yeah, a lot of you will see a lot more dragon synchronicities, without a doubt. What is that? Is that a couple? It's like the Two of Cups. This is something to do with gender. I don't know if there's going to be news on decisions around all these gender titles and everything. I wonder if they're going to put a stop to it or make it more official, but there's something to do with gender, because I see a male and female looking at each other like the Two of Cups or the Lovers, and it feels it's more about the gender than anything else. Perhaps the laws might change on the age of deciding to do, you know, change sex and things like that. Could be that incorporated, I'm not sure, but that's been highlighted. Some shift or change coming in legislation around that. This way. Thank you. That's a bird. What is... Oh, I hope they're not going to keep on meddling with this prehistoric stuff. Why is the bird been... Yeah, I've already said about the migratory patterns before with animals. I can't believe how many beachings have happened even locally here since I mentioned that last time. Right, there's a bird sitting in a tree. What is that about? If you see anything flying by, it's a bloody fly. It's getting on my nerves. I hope this isn't all about DNA of a bird that leads to like prehistoric breakthroughs or whatever, because we brought that up before, didn't we? Oh, there's something to... I don't know, what is this to do with birds? I know that migration patterns will change as well with birds. I don't know if they're going to continually naturally go down south during winter times and things like that. We'll have to keep an eye on that. It looks like it's a songbird though, you know, it's nothing... It could even be, some of you look up bird totem, I feel that this is looking like... Who's got a bird as a national like mascot, or what country does that represent? It's not eagle, it's not an eagle, I'll say that now. Could be a sparrow, I'm not sure, but it just looks like a songbird, and I really don't know why I'm getting that. I'm a bit flummoxed with that one. I'm trying to go within and see. Let me put it out there and see what that is. Which way? That looks like a huge telescope that looks like up to planets and stuff. So I don't know if they're going to discover more planets, new star system. But that looks like one of those, you know, the big giant telescopes that look up to the sky. So perhaps there's going to be a new planet or system discovered in the next few weeks, because that is definitely one of them. Be interesting. There's more and more coming out about other planets, and they're starting to disclose what they already know. It's like we already spoke about the planet with the water on. They're just going to be leaking more and more stuff to appease us, because, you know, we're getting very close to the truth. And so there'll be a lot more about the planet, Earth, polar systems, solar systems, star systems. It's all coming out. So it's just going to continually be fed out to the public, darlings. Without a doubt. Yeah, this Earth core thing is... I don't know what this is about the Earth crust layers, but they're definitely going to go ahead with trying to do this stuff. which I've been doing anyway, but officially go ahead with this sun stuff. As if we need to be more cold in the UK. Jesus. Powers that be, eh? And all of us that said about weather manipulation, everybody laughed at us. Just saying. Just saying. What country is that? It's got a huge scratch going across it. So that's not a scratch, but is that South America? All I can see, it looks like South America. It looks like it's getting lower down towards like Colombia, narrower. And it looks like, I don't know if there's going to be new border controls, new border lines, but there's a huge silver line going through the top part of South America. So there should be news about that, I would think. Could be to do with the narco channels. I don't know, but that seems to be coming up. Again, I feel like it seems to be more to do with this human trafficking and stuff like that. It's just more and more of that coming up. Again, it's exposing the underbelly, you know. It's not more of it, it's exposing more of it and making us aware and eradicating it. So it's all good, it's going in the right direction. Flooding, where's that? Japan. It's quite severe flooding. It feels like Far East countries. There's a real lot of flooding. There's loads of water. It just keeps coming and coming and coming. So sending love to the souls that are going to go through that. Yeah. With Canada, there's Canada, isn't it? I think it's going to be, I don't know when are you having voting coming up? I can't remember the word, sorry. I don't know if one of them represents colour blue, but it just feels like whoever the mainstream of you want in is going to get in. I don't know a lot about it. Quite fresh-faced. Not old like Trump or anything. I feel like it's going to be a breath of fresh air for you. You finally got someone that actually cares about the country and the people in it. So that's like fortuitous energy around Canada. UK, do you know I kept mentioning these sinkholes? I think there was a huge sinkhole found in the UK the other day. You know, I did a load of what predictions come true in the last video, but there's so many. But I still think sinkholes are going to be an issue for the UK. UK, what we're going to... Did you say about the money situation? I still feel like something's going to come in last minute to help protect people that have got disabilities, to do with our new PIP system or disability system. So hang on in there and don't panic, please. I still feel, I've said it before, I still feel that Keir Starmer, I did predict that there was going to be trouble around him and there was going to be, I don't know all their names, I really don't care about politics and it sounds awful. What's that other bloke? Is it Sadiq Khan? I don't know the names. But I knew that there's going to be some sort of scandal around this, and I feel that he will be forced to step down still because that power is still there and it's going to be taken away. So it's not Sadiq Khan. What is it? I don't know their names. Sorry, I really, honestly, people say, oh, you watched that on the news. I don't watch it. I just don't want to know about it. I want to get it from source. That's the Sierras. That's the Sierras. So they're in Spain, aren't they? Because that reminds me of the Sierras, seeing like arid or dry land below and then there's snow on top, and that reminds me of winter in Spain when you're looking at the Sierra Madres. And there's 1, 2, 3, there's 4 peaks there. So if anybody knows if there's any connection around the Sierra Madres, let me know, because that is That reminds me of me looking at Sierra Madres when I used to stay with my auntie in Spain and my mum. So there's something to do with that in Spain. Anything more on that? I hope there's no rise with the Basque community. I think that's ongoing all the time, isn't it? There's no big shakes news. There's more geography or something happening there. Christ, is there fires as well? That's why they showed me the arid land. I've got to be so careful. I think there's huge wildfires going to start in Spain. Like, you know, I know they get a lot, but I think this is going to be like really hard to control. Go on for like days, weeks. I always hope I'm wrong, or them are wrong, but you know, it's not doom and gloom. It's them saying we're in touch with the planet. We know what's happening. We're letting you know, and everything we tell you is bringing credit to all the guidance we bring you and the positivity we bring you. It's all good. It's all coming to a conclusion in the age of Aquarius that will bring us to where we are. Pearl. I'm seeing a pearl and a clam. Where do they predominantly get exported from? Unless it's like up. So I don't know if pearls are going to rise in. I don't know. I can see clamshell and then a feeling of up. I don't know what that means. It's a pearl in it. Someone discovers the world's largest pearl. I've got no idea. There's little, you know, silly little things, and then there's big things that they bring up, just to the stuff that I suppose is going to spike in the headlines of the news and humanity, you know. Yes, saw that. Is that you, Catherine? Thank you. The whales, yeah. Finland banning whaling for a season. Hopefully this will continue. And I feel like that's happening elsewhere as well. Did say it a few weeks ago, or whenever it was, a couple of weeks ago, about this more protective laws on the large sea creatures in the ocean. Get in. And the greyhound banning. Thanks for letting me know, tribe. In Wales, let's follow it all over the countries. Horse racing next. Where? Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember what I said, but I think it's gone out last Sunday to the VIP tribe and then Monday to the public about, I've got a download, and be aware of the sense of loss, the sense of, you're going from one stage to another, you're going from one transition to another, and it's been shown here with the journey. It's like Two of Swords. You don't quite know how you feel. You know you're tired. You might feel lost in a relationship, your job. You might feel like change is inevitable, but you don't know which way to go. There's all this mass confusion going on with this higher consciousness that's going on, and it's absolutely fine. You just got to ride with it. Stay in the highest frequency you can. Try and stay in ordering mode for what you want to change in your life, and just literally keep your head down. Do everything you possibly can to stay positive with crystals, essential oils, mindfulness, meditation, nature, grounding. Just keep yourself as best you can, your soul maintenance as high as you can at the moment while all of this change is going on, because you find you're knackered, your body's hurting, headaches, migraines, earaches, tummy upsets. It's all just a bit of a mishmash at the moment, but it's all heading towards the right way. And the people that are light workers, healers, psychics, sensitives, empaths, we're going to feel it the worst. and you've just got to try and transmute it to excitement. And wow, change is really coming, as opposed to I can't do this anymore. I'd get days where I think I can't do it anymore, I'm so tired, I've had enough. And then I wake up to, I'm like, I'm going to do some videos today, I feel amazing. It's just up and down at the moment, because we are literally reflecting the spikes that are going up and down in the universe. If there's a huge death of someone that everybody knows, like the Pope, we're all like this. And then if it's up, you know, and something spectacular's happened, we're up, because we are literally not absorbing, but reflecting humanity's state of energy. All right, so you've got to go with it. Us light workers, we do suffer, don't we? And if you didn't see my last video, there's absolutely no way he passed on Easter. And when I picked the two tarot, if you missed the video, death and magician up the other way, manipulation, lying, and it wasn't death. I'm telling you, he didn't go Easter day, they just made it that way. It's so easy to see through it though. You don't have to be psychic to work that one out. It's just the truth. Oh, Cancer. That's the crab, Cancer crab. Good news for Cancerians. There's a positive, like, vibrancy. There's pinks and purples and yellows, which is love, success, abundance around Cancerians at the moment. Cancerians, I don't know what point you are, don't know anything about astrology, water sign obviously, I do love my water signs, but there seems to be a particular poignant message to Cancerians to start formulating your plans. Now we've come out of the retrograde now, and I think it's up to the 4th of May. I think Juliana's told me, was it Catherine? Told me the 4th of May the other day. I can't remember if I mentioned that in my download that went out last week. But this is the time to plan, order, get your thought processes into what you want to achieve, but especially for Cancerians. I don't know about the sun, moon position, or whatever it is, but especially for Cancerians, you are on a roll to create your abundance at the moment. So you've got to get out there and start planning it. Also, how do I manifest it? You write out your list. You can do vision boards if you want. I don't. I write out what I want and I continually affirm it. There are various methods that people say about, like the 55 plan, which you write out 55 times in a day, 3 in the morning, 6 in the afternoon, and 9 at night. It's a bit of a ball ache, to be fair. I literally write out what I want. I then, every time I do something, I visualise myself in that exact space doing it in reality, and then I just send it away. I think if we get too focused on it and I want, we might inadvertently ask for what we don't want. We might be so focused on one place or destination that the other one's available and we've missed it. So create the reality, create what you want, send your orders out there, because as I say, the Mercury retrograde, which we're ruled by Virgos, don't help, is dissipated, and the polarity apparently is great for manifesting abundance and your new paths and what you want out of your life up until the 4th, I'm sure she said the 4th of May. So get going, especially Cancerians, okay? The Divine Feminine is massive at the moment. The Divine Feminine keeps snaking its way through readings, card, tarot, everything. The Divine Feminine, the Empress, the power to manifest, to create fertility around your life, pregnancy, you know, expanding your family, starting a family. It is a massive form of abundance riding through the planet at the moment. So if any of that is something that you want to aspire to, get going. Grab your hubbies, grab your wives, whatever. Oh dear. Yeah, the other reason why, thank you, Catherine. The other reason why there's also this Divine Feminine coming in is they're trying to influence the frequency because of various procedures that have been introduced to humanity the last few years, and certain seismic shifts and frequency change. There are issues with people trying to have children. Certain men are having slower sperm. Don't ask me how I'm seeing that in the bowl. I'm joking. Just like tadpoles. And what looks like ovaries. So they're trying to bring in this stronger frequency. Amber is great, rose quartz is great if you're trying to be pregnant or be more fertile. or you can pass this on to your children. But yeah, there is going to be an issue with sterility and people being less able to have babies. Oh my God, can you imagine it went like Handmaid's Tale? It won't. But yeah, there are, I think, either it's going to come out in statistics, but I feel that there might be a statement that says there's more people either having miscarriages or there's less fertility. Something around that. Something around that. Go have some happy news, please. Prism living is a concept that I came up with, or the angels did, to be fair, and the guides. It's a concept that came up when I was laying in bed for those 5 years. If you know my story, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. During that time, I was given so many tools to deal with everything that was going on, from dealing with crisis, dealing with depression, dealing with mental health, dealing with spiritual crisis. Everything that I thought I'd lost, they kind of brought it all back and some. And I decided after a while, do you know what? I need to share this with other people. This will give you the foundations for you to be on a spiritual path. It could take you to psychic development. It can take you to discovering your inner child and you. And lots of people say, I know who I am. Do you? Do you know what you want? Do you know why and how you're living the way you are? If you want to make those changes, this is definitely the course for you. You don't have to be psychic. You don't have to be spiritual. You literally have to have an open heart to be willing to say, I want to change. I want to see what this is all about, and go for it. There are so many brilliant exercises and great things to do to give you everything you need to get yourself on that spiritual world of abundance. You will attract new people in. You will attract new opportunities. You will learn how to manifest. You'll learn how the angels work with you. You'll start noticing the synchronicities and signs that come in the most miraculous ways. Yeah, I don't know if that's happened already. Huge glacier coming away from the land. Melting. More alien cities being exposed, just saying. So European tariffs, fishery agreements, something kicking off about that. Again, I don't really know a lot about all that, but it feels Europe, fisheries and arguments over territory and fishing rights, and perhaps bringing in more stipulation to stop as much fishing in certain areas, because I've just seen loads of fish, and Europe, so there's something afoot going on there. Just playground nonsense. They've got to find something to fight about and reinvent the wheel, haven't they? Could be good news though. It will be good news. It looks like tuna there. Could even be to do with tuna fisheries, yellowfin tunas. If you're going to eat fish, go for the wild. I know it's more expensive, but I've just been eating veggies and salad recently. I just can't be doing it. Oh. I don't know about you, but appetite's got. I know that I'm in grief because, I think it's new members that don't really know about my story saying, oh God, you're losing so much weight. Well done. How you doing it? It's grief. I don't want to eat. I don't want to create dinners. I just still don't want to. But I'm trying to eat good stuff like berries, fruit, veg. I would say if you're in this kind of state, and it doesn't help that obviously my stomach was so horrifically mauled by my food poisoning in Cape Verde. I've never been right since and still aren't. But try and think of really good superfoods that you can get in your system if you're not hungry or you're feeling under the weather. I still think it's a massive issue for a lot of people, because all my spirit friends, not people in spirit, but people that, light workers, are just, the digestive systems aren't right, and they're not really feeling hungry. They're not feeling it. Do you know what I mean? I have to think of something I really fancy to encourage me to eat. Perhaps that's, let me know in the comments below if that's something you're experiencing, or is it just me because I'm still in grief. But yeah, let me know. What's that? So this will be the Myanmar, is it Myanmar earthquake or whatever happened there? It says cranes and rebuilding. Yeah, some money's going to go into invest into getting that re-established. So there's work afoot there to try and make it more safe, perhaps different buildings, or there's construction and change going there to help the people. I do feel there might be an after shudder there as well, but it's not going to be as catastrophic as the first one. So there's rebuild, there's positivity, there's growth happening in that area to assist them. Still catastrophic, still awful. God bless them. Yeah, again, nearly everywhere I look, I can see angel wings. Perhaps it's because I live and breathe angels, but everywhere I look, there's some form of wing forming. And it's just another backup to say, you will see more synchronicity. You will see more numbers. And when you see these numbers, because sometimes I see numbers and I think, I don't know what it is. I kept seeing 1313 the other day. And then I Googled it and I thought, oh, that's what it means. So if there's numbers, you know, that you don't understand, just Google angel number and then the number you keep seeing, and that'll be your message. It's that simple. They love numerology. They love their feathers. They love showing angel wings, synchronicities in clouds, imagery. Might even just see a picture on your phone of an angel, whatever it is. They will make themselves known to you without a doubt. So I'm in manifesting mode. So I've just had a yellow streak go right across here. So that's Jophiel. Manifesting my future. Bit of red, Archangel Chamuel. Pink, I mean, sorry. What's that there? Yeah, I don't think that's yet, but they keep showing me this, and I don't say it, but there is timeline shifts going to start cracking. Oh, I already did mention it. Timeline shifts, where there's like time dimensional. It's going to sound really out there, but I've got to trust it. There's time dimensional shifts that will start taking place, where there'll be more of it on film, trust me, where it will defy time dimension, and there'll be people stepping in and going into different times, coming out reporting it, and people think they're as nutty as the ones that say they've been, you know, abducted by aliens. Everybody goes, yeah, whatever. Lots of timeline slips, lots of cracks in the quantum field, where there'll be timeline slips and things like that. It's not fully incorporated, but I just asked what the cracks were, and so I didn't know whether to share it or not, but I will, because I'm not going to hide anything. I'm not totally transparent, darlings. Which way? And where? Show me. Stop. Okay. What body of water is that? Oh, it's just warming. How is that going to affect all the reefs and stuff? Okay. Again, I don't know what... This might be the Great Barrier Reef. I wonder if there's news to do with... I don't know what they're doing there. There's some initiative to either protect it, or I don't know if it's because it's warming up so much. There's certain species that are suffering because of it, but there should be news around there, and it looks like a big body of water with a Great Barrier Reef, so I'm going to go there. Should be news of that coming up. Don't know what they're going to do, but something's been incorporated into there. So a lot of you, do you know I said last time that the synchronicities will be like the butterfly? This is a dragonfly this week. So some of you that have shifted your alignment to 5D consciousness, you will get a dragonfly right in your face or land on you, or you'll see a picture of it. But dragonfly is going to be your omen for the fact that you are starting a huge transitional phase yourself, okay? And you could even be looking at one or sitting next to one or whatever as you're watching this. Let me know below, because this is what happened with the butterflies, when it's dragonfly now. Beautiful dragonfly in the bowl. Loving it. Right, so there's still, Putin, by the looks of it, is going to carry on airstrikes, because I've just asked what all these going across there, and straight away I saw Russia. So it's going to continue airstrikes on the Ukraine, and there's going to be a limit before something, oh God, obviously it's going to kick off. It already has. Show me. There has to be an end to this at some stage, and I just don't know if it's going to be other allied forces come in and it just turns into a bigger war than it has been to just stop, because it feels like there's loads of black missiles going across in the ball, and it's like, give it a rest, just have some sort of truce or do something. So I can see peace, I can see something stopping. So I don't know if he's put into a corner, or Trump gets involved, or whoever the powers that be get involved in these sort of things, but there's going to be quietness. It's going to be like a wall of silence. So let's see what happens with that. I still said to you that I don't know, I keep thinking he ain't going to be here, or unless he already is dead. I don't know, I don't think so. But yeah, I just keep seeing a wall every time I ask about Russia, like a wall of silence, like stopness, like silence. So we shall see. Let me know what you're seeing in here, by the way. See what Patty notices this time. That fly is really getting on my nerves. There's nothing manifesting on the walls again. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. So whatever that was manifesting on the wall last time, it's not here this time. Sun's out the same as before, so more or less the same time I'm doing it. And there's nothing reflecting off the sun in here. Most of it's already packed. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there was a video where something was manifesting on the side of the wall, but there was nothing to reflect it, as I would have said. There's a lot of clarity. So there's this side, thank you for showing me that. There's this side that's all, which is all the energy of everything going on the planet, and then it's total clarity, the other side. And so it's all going towards where it should, without a doubt. And I just feel like you know, you need to try as hard as you can to keep your vibration as high as possible during all this. Because that side, if I could show it, that side is just full of stuff, which is all ecosystems, war, weather, changes, fear. And then this side is all clear and beautiful and full of prisms and clarity. So it is another, we've got this, you've just got to hang on in there and trust us. And there's just like a beautiful divine being, whatever it is, big wings spread out and sprawled. It's all good. We've just got to hold on tight until we get there, my darlings. What is that, please? That looks like a hummingbird. It's even got the really long beak going to the flower, and I can see the stamen of the flower. And then blank. Nobody's filling in why I'm seeing it. What do I like in the hummingbird to? Grenada in the Caribbean. Absolutely no idea. It's so clear. I can even see it's like long beak and then the flower here. No clue what that's to do with. I can just see a hummingbird, and I know it sounds generic, but what can I say? We don't get them here. Oh, this must be me kicking it actually. We don't get them here, but there's a reason for it, and I don't know why. Anything else, darlings? Because it's feeling a bit flat. I don't know if it's my fault, but I'm just... That's a really tall tree. Oh my goodness, that is one of the... Where's the really tall trees at? Where are the tall red trees at? Yeah, this is all again, this is all... Yeah, we're really stepping up. You know I keep talking about this, but it's like the sea, trees, planet. There just seems to be a load more initiatives coming in at a really quick pace to deal with everything that we've totally ballsed up, like deforestation, you know, and all the other stuff we're doing. I just feel there may be, again, new projects, new pushes to bring more forestation in, more habitats back for animals. And I told you that koala thing that they predicted, that is going to, the backlash of that is going to change the protection laws for your koalas in Australia. I'm telling you that now. And there just seems to be more and more stuff coming out about protecting species, plants, animals. You know, it just seems like there's a big thing going to go on the next year or so of things being protected and people stamping their feet and saying no more. Do you know what I mean? Which is all going in the right direction, which is fantastic. It's a bit bloody late, but at least we're doing it, you know? Yeah, I don't know if Putin's going to step over the line, or I don't know. I got a bit of this last time, didn't I? With like no going against airspace and stuff like that. It's just going to be enough's enough. Let's just see what happens there. I don't really want to focus myself on war and disaster too much, but it seems to be the run of the mill at the moment. And it's the same thing with, like, you know, Palestine, Gaza and all that. It's just tit for tat. It's just, we need something to come into fruition to end it. Is Hawaii getting a new leader as well? That looks like Hawaii. Seems to be some power shift there. I don't know. I'm not sure. How else are we looking, darlings? Yeah, again, extreme heat where it's not, you're not used to it. Extreme cold where it shouldn't be. Still the same. Still maintaining that. And that's been going on for a while. Natural minerals. Perhaps that's where the clan thing come up. Still this backup of natural minerals. Silver, gold, platinum. Still continuing to rise and rise. Yeah, that pineal gland thing's come back, but it's got more of a spiritual hue on it now, which means that, you know, a lot of you are going to get a lot more psychic dream connections. So they're going to feel more lucid. They're going to feel like reality. You're going to remember nearly everything about them. Keep notepads by your beds and write down everything you experience in a dream, whatever you're shown, whatever colours, whatever objects, who says what to you, get it noted down. Dream consciousness is becoming and is so strong at the moment. It really is. So just what I did a couple of videos ago where I just went, do you know what, I'm not going to write it, I'm just going to press record. I can't remember what I said now. So they are reaching you through dream state, and it could be, if you're starseed, it's going to be your star friends, star family, whoever it is, you know, spirit world, angels. They are using that space to get in and connect with you. Encourage it. Encourage it. Dreams are huge at the moment, massively. And they'll bring you prophecy as well, and prediction. What's that there? Looks like a salamander. Just animals. The animal totems are so strong at the moment. It's ridiculous. Perhaps there's new species of salamander, I don't know. Because we had that giant squid, didn't we, found? I don't know if there's a new species or something around the salamander family. Again, it's just a boom and then there's no follow-up. So I assume it's just little stuff that's going to hit the news that backs up what they're bringing. Darlings, you know, sometimes I think I have to give them a bit of space and then come back in, because a lot of it feels like covering quite a lot of what we've already said, but just heightening, you know, heightening that vibration. And it's down to us to keep that vibration as high as possible during these transitional phases that we find ourselves in, all for the greater good, and it's all going in the best possible place. Again, it's just shown me this bit is all busy and all full of stuff, and this is just, you know, it's full of light and beauty and clarity, and that is what we are working towards. I promise you, it's not a happy ever after to keep everybody going. It really is going to get there. But as always, you know, when you have to do the shifts, you have to go through the nightmares. Yeah, they're the fires I saw, I think, in Spain. Interesting what the Glaciers is about, though. Yep, okay then. I think we're done, my darlings. Thank you so much for joining me. Please let me know what you saw in the pressures today. I think they're really watching my energy at the moment, because obviously I've got G-Sick next week, and they're like, chill out, Nick. Just be a bit chilled out, because we need you on your top game. So thank you for joining me. I really hope you enjoyed this session. I love looking into this ball. It is so magical. Let me know if any of the predictions, prophecies, observations make sense to you, because you are the people that I check rather than Google it. So I don't want to know about it. I check with you, and you back up what's going on. And then I perhaps get a screenshot just to show others. But yeah, let's see what comes of this. And I wish you all love, and hopefully you'll see some magic in here as well. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Lots of love.